Hello, I'm from the Division of Cavite, Philippines, and I will be presenting our research study entitled Bonner Programs, a triangulation assessment of the selected teachers, school heads, and division-based personnel reports on its implementation in the Division of Cavite. I'm Maria Theresa E. Obrero, Master Teacher 1 of Bagopok Elementary School, together with with my co-authors, Basilisa R. Digma, Principal 3 of Hugo Perez Elementary School, and Elpidia B. Bergado, Chief CID on the Schools Division Office. For our study, the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, together with senior leaders, set the direction of the division through its strategic Division Education Development Plan. The division mantra, hashtag para sa Batang Caviteño, is as clear overarching advocacy and commitment for relevant, accessible, inclusive, and quality education for Cavite learners. Through this mantra, the division office formulated and implemented the division banner programs classified into three goals, such as access, quality, and governance. Based on the Republic Act No. 9155, or the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, under the Access or Project Kalinga, Project Okay sa DepEd, Project Shed, and for the Quality, Project Agap, Project Power It Up, Project Spark, Project iLikha, Project Saliksuri, and Project High Teach. Also in the governance is the Project Pro Lead. The research question in this study is what is the level of implementation of the Bonner programs and their access, quality, and governance in the Division of Cavite assessed by the public schools, elementary and secondary high schools, school principals, and the division-based personnel. And is there a significant difference between the assessment of the public school principals and the public elementary and high school teachers, together with the division-based personnel reports, on the level of implementation on the banner programs in the Division of Cavite? For the scope and limitations, the study focused on the 37 public school principals, 185 public elementary and high school teachers, and division-based personnel reports. Out of the 12 banner programs and projects implemented, only 10 banner programs classified in this study, which also unders under three goals such as access, quality, and governance. For the methodology, we use the quantitative descriptive comparative design. And for the sampling is a simple random technique in getting the 150 teachers from 30 out of 333 elementary schools, 35 teachers from 7 out of 72 secondary schools, and 37 school heads, while in getting also the 10 division-based personnel, we use a purposive sampling. For the data collection, a researcher-made validated questionnaire and the key informants interview were used. Ethical issues was also being observed in the study. For the data analysis plan, we use the mean percentage score in getting the level of implementation as assessed by the teachers, the school heads, and division-based personnel reports. ANOVA was used in getting the significant difference according also on the assessment of those three. For objective number 1, assessment of level of implementation of the Bonner programs under Access, which also falls on Project Kalinga, Okay sa DepEd, and Project Shed, as you can see, the school heads rated exemplary in all of the three programs under the Access, which also has a higher assessment. For the mean percentage score is 2.87, which is also proficient. Now for objective number 2, which falls on the quality, which is also the Project Agap, Project Power It Up, Project Spark, Project iLikha, Project Saliksuri, and Project High Teach. As you can see, it has 2.96 mean percentage score, which also rated as proficient. For the assessment of level and implementation under governance, which is also our Project Pro Lead, as you can still see there, school heads rated exemplary out of the assessment of the teachers and the division-based reports. But still, it has a total or a mean percentage with a 3.17, which is still proficient. Now, to check whether the significant difference in the implementation, it is actually a triangulated assessment from the teachers, the school principals, and the division-based personal reports with a p-value of 0.0158, which means that we have to reject the null hypothesis because there is a significant difference on the assessment of the three, which means that the school heads, the teachers, and the division-based personal reports has differences based on their assessment. For the quality or under the quality, it has actually a 0.1716 p-value, which means we have to accept the null hypothesis, which means that when there is no significant differences. And based on the results of the study, the implications of the study serves as the basis for the continuous development of the programs implemented in the division. It showed also the affirmative reception of the participants towards the implementation. Project OK sa DepEd and Project SHED showed incongruency on the triangulated assessment under access. For the quality KPI program implementation, viewed also in distinctively triangulated assessment results. While the conclusions of the study, 7 out of 10 banner programs implemented were rated as proficient. 2 other programs were assessed exemplary level of implementation, namely the Project AGAP and the Project Spark. Project Sadik Suri gained also 1.91 average mean score, which is in a developing stage. Therefore, the researcher formulated recommendations. One is to revisit the implementation plan to identify the gaps towards the implementation process. Review also the matrix of the program to have the synoptic assessment of the indicators in order to have a holistic approach. And conduct another series that may focus on the impact of the banner programs. And that's all.